Hello everyone, welcome back to EduDose. So today we are going to understand the chapter electricity. The electricity that we use in our daily lives that is so beneficial to us. Now we are going to understand that how it is produced and what consists of electricity. What does electricity consist of in it in the inner side. So let's get started. So first of all we are moving forward. So please subscribe to EduDose so you will get these type of quality content with free education, free no paid courses will be there, and you will be getting all these quality content with only free education only from EduDose. So please subscribe to EduDose as you are getting so much of things from us and we are doing so much of hard work to give you all this. Please subscribe, like, share, and comment if you have any doubt, any query. I will answer your question within 1 hour. So let's move forward. So as today let's have an overview that what we are going to study today. So we are going to discuss that what is electric current, what is electric potential, and what is electric power. And the last and the foremost, that is the heating effect of current. So today we are only going to discuss about the electric current, that how it is generated and what consists of it. The only basic part is going to be discussed today, and these three parts will be discussed in the later classes and in the later sessions. So let's get started and discuss. So electricity. So what is electricity? As we have understood that electricity is what it is, you can say an energy. What type of energy it is? It is an electrical energy. So we are making a flow chart of it so that we can have the notes, easy notes of that, and also a mind map of electricity. So electricity, as you can say, it is an energy. It is an what type of energy? It is a specific electricity or electrical energy, you can say. So it is a type of electrical energy, and if we are having energy, so we can do work. If we are having energy, we can do work. It is a simple sentence and I think you have understood it. So if we are doing some work, if work is done, so we will also move. The thing that is working will also move. As we have studied in the 9th class that if work is done, then the thing will also have a velocity or the thing will also move. So here the moving particle, the moving thing, you can say in the electricity, you can say it is charge. So we can define the charge as flow of current. What a charge is? It is a flow of current. This is not the perfect definition of flow, but it is not the perfect definition of charge, but it is a simple and basic to understand that what is charge. But the perfect definition of charge is what? Rate of flow of current. We will understand this rate in the later class, but let's understand the charge first. Let's understand what is a charge in deep. So to understand charge, we should understand that what atom and what atom consist of. As everything is made up of what? Atom, and everything, every matter, every element is made up of atom. So the charge is also consisting of atom. The atom only consists of charge. So let's understand that how atom consists of charge and how the flow of current, that is charge, makes the electricity. So atom is consisting of three particles, three small particles, you can say, that is what? Electrons. The second is what? Neutrons. Sorry, first we will write proton, and the third one, that is what? It is the neutron. That is what? The neutral one. You can say these also contain charge. The charge, you can say it is a property of atom. The charge is what? It is the property of atom, that everything has a property, that you can say the property of body is what? The property of body is what? Mass. That we are having the mass, it is the property of our body. We cannot question it what that why we are having mass, what the mass consists of. We are having a property that is called mass, our body has a property that is called mass, and we cannot question upon it. So like that, the same thing, atom is having a property called charge, and we cannot question it that why it is and how it is. So it is just a property of atom, that is what called charge. So now we know that electron is what? Negatively charged, negative charged particle, and the proton is what? Positive charged particle. So as we know that these three are having some sort of charges, that is what? Negative, positive and neutral. The neutral one is what? The neutron is the neutral ones. So as we know that charge is what? It is an electrical energy, you can say, and we have studied that what is atom, what atom consists of, and we have studied that the property of atom is what? Charge. So here we can conclude that the charge is of two types. The two types of charge is what? First is what you can say the negative, and the second type is what? Positive. There are generally two types, that is what? Positive and negative charges. So as we have understood that the atom consists of protons, electrons and neutrons, so let's discuss that what the negatively charged body and positively charged body mean. So let's write the definition. So let's start. You also write these notes with me, because these notes are so important and you will get a conceptual clarity while writing with me, and a very benefit of that writing part will be given to you, because in the term 2 we are having a subjective exam and we need a writing practice. So let's write the notes with me. So as we know that protons and neutrons are inside the body of nucleus. So when we know that the protons and neutrons are inside the body or inside the nucleus of atom, an atom is present in every body, any particle, any matter, atom is present in it. So when two bodies, we can say that when two things are rubbed together and rubbed against each other, so the electrons that are present in the body, or you can say that let's draw a diagram of atom so that we cannot get confused. So the atom is what, like we can say that this is an atom, here N and E are present in it, and this is what electrons are revolving around it. I am not drawing a very well diagram, I am just giving you an example. So here you can see in the nucleus the neutron plus proton is what? Present, and the electrons are moving in the valence shell, or you can say are moving around the nucleus. So here you can see the electrons can easily be transferred to one body to the another. If we are saying that this is body A, this is the body A and this is the body B, and if we are rubbing this to each other, so the electrons that are present in the outer surface of the atom, they will easily be get transferred to the another body. So the negatively charged body and the positively charged body is termed as, first we will write the definition of negatively charged body. Negatively charged body, we will write it here, that the body which loses electrons is said to be positively charged. And so let's write it here, the negatively charged, this is the positive charged body definition, and we will write the negative charged body definition here. So the body which gains electrons means the body which get electrons is said to be negatively charged body. So don't get confused between gaining and losing of bodies. So here you can see the negatively charged and the positively charged. We have written the two definitions of the charges, and now let's discuss these two definitions in deep so that we can have more clarity. So here you can see that the one who is positive loses the electron, and the one who is negative gains the electron. Okay, so here you can see, you can just have a trick like that. If the one who is negative, there is minus, he gains, or we can say he gets, or he can having plus. So there is what the charges is what different. So you can say if the body is negatively charged, so it gains electrons. The body is negatively charged, we can say that it gains electrons. And if the body is what positively charged, so it loses electrons. Okay, I think we have understood it, that what is a charge and what charge consists of, where the charge is present. So let's have some numeric data to learn. Okay, so let's write some numeric data of charge here. So as we have discussed the charge, so let's some numeric data. So charge, the number of protons and electrons are same in the atom. As we know, number of protons is equal to number of electrons. So we can say if number of protons and electrons are same, so charge on one proton is what, 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. So it is the plus, because protons are always positively charged particles. So you might be wondering that what is coulomb. So coulomb, you can say it is the SI unit of charge. What is the SI unit of charge? It is what? Coulomb. The standard international unit of charge is what? Coulomb. So this is very important. You should, the things I am writing over here are, you can mark it as very very important. These are so important in point of view of our exams, because while we are solving the numerical, so we should know these data so that we can find out the answers of the numericals. So let's start the next thing, that is what? Charge on one electron. So the charge on one electron, the electron is also represented as Q. So the charge on one electron is what? Minus 1.6 to the 10 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. So here why it is minus? Because electrons are always negatively charged particles. Just remember it, that protons are always positively charged particles. If anything comes like proton, you should remember that it is a positive charged particles, and you can just write it over here or in your notes that protons are always positive charged particles and electrons are always negative charged particles. Negatively charged particles means the neutrons will always be negative and the protons will always be positive. You should remember it, and this is also very important, because don't get confused that how the protons are negative or positive. So let's get a trick, that if we see that proton spelling is starting from P and it is also positive, so P and P coincides. So here you can, it is the trick for remembering that protons are always positive. So the second thing we have also written, that the charge on neutron is also what? 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. It is also negative. So as we have seen that the both the values are same, and the first is what, positive, and the second is what, negative. So we can see that the charge on atom is what, neutral, because the positive and negative will get neutral because both of the values are same. So the net charge on the atom is what, 0. The atom is electrically neutral. The three types of, we can say that the charge is electrically neutral, the charge on atom is neutral, or net charge on atom is what, neutral. So we have discussed more about the charge, and now let's discuss that how many charges of electron does a coulomb contains. So before that, let's discuss that the value 1.6, I want to give you a external knowledge that is not given in the NCERT, so just get over it, that 1.6 into 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19, it is the quantized charge. It is also called quantized charge because the meaning of quantized is what, minimum amount, the minimum amount that a charge can contain, minimum amount, or you can say it is the fixed amount, fixed value, or fixed thing. The quantized means fixed things. So 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb is the fixed value that a charge can contain. So let's discuss that how many number of electrons will contain in 1 coulomb. So the number of electrons in 1 coulomb, that part we will understand in the next session, because the formula for that we have to understand the formula also, and we will understand that part in the next class. So in this class, let's discuss some properties of charge. As we know, the property of atom is what, charge. So let's discuss the property of charge also here. Property of charges, or you can say charge. So there are, you can say the properties are so basic that you won't be confused. So the properties of charge is what, you can say the charge, the same charges repel each other. Same charges repel each other. So I have forgotten same charges before writing the repel, so you can just write it over there. Same charges repel each other means plus and plus will repel each other, and plus minus will attract each other. So the second property, you can say same charges attracts each other. So this is a very simple property that you know, or you might be knowing from earlier also. And the third property is what, I have already given you the third property, that is what, fixed. It is quantized, you can say the fixed, that the charge, the property that means the fixed means what, the amount of charge or the amount of value of charge is not going to be changed. There is a fixed value of charge. So these are some properties of charge. This is the fixed one, is not very important. The first two, that is what, repelling and attracting, is the important properties of charge. So here you can see that we have discussed so many things in this class. So that's it for today, and I'll give you some notes for the chapter. The link is in the description box. That I'll give you just an overview that how the notes are here. So these are the notes, and we will get all the notes of the chapter in the description box. Please the link is given below, please click on it. And we have also made a website called cbsc.ncert, so that you can get all the video solutions, video explanations, and first of all, the most important, that is what, notes. And the second thing, that is chapter wise PYQs, we have also uploaded on it. The link to that website is also given in the description box. Just see the description box. The most important links are given in the description box. The website cbse.ncrt, it is the website, and the link is in the description box. So just have a view of that so that you cannot get confused in the notes also. So the next session will be on the potential and the potential difference, and we will also discuss current. An overview of current we will discuss in the next class. So that's it for today. So thank you so much for today. That's it for today, and we will meet again and we will discuss that what is current, what is potential, what is the potential difference, and also subscribe to Edidose for these types of videos, and please like below, because we will also know that if you are liking our video, we will know and we will get some encouragement that we should make these types of videos daily. And please share it with your friends and families so that we can also get some support from you, as we are doing so much of hard work to give you these types of quality content at only free cost. So let's meet again in the next class and let's rock. And please visit our website called cbse.ncrt. The link of the website is also given in the description box, and the notes link is also given in the description box, and the other channel of our is also, the link is present in the description box. So please visit the description box, as it is very important. For all the important links is given in the description box. So please subscribe to Edidose, and thank you so much for today. Let's meet again in the next session.